H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Baby Friday. It's actually Thursday, but it's Friday, little Baby Friday to us because we don't have the show on a Friday. That's the day we have the break and catch our breath. But this Baby Friday, great day though. It's gonna be a good day. Let me take a look as customary. Every day we try to. They got my desk set up kind of crazy. They be moving my stuff around, y'all. I'm sorry, and I can't see y'all up on my screen. I got to talk to housekeeping. But I want to acknowledge the starting five, like I do every day. The starting five are the first 5 people on the Facebook page or the YouTube feed that signs up to the page. They get the show started. When I hear them, their names pop up. Guess what? I know to start the show. First of all, who we got today? We got Chris Charles, Mindy Collins, Thaddeus Moody. Rod Wales is in the building, and Rick Wilmore. What up, Rick? What up, Rick? Man, what's going on? Then my sixth man of the day is Alex Costero. What's up, Alex? And I see ladies in there. You know I got to talk to my ladies. I see Mate Cora is in the building. Let me go down. Kim Jackson is in the building. Yeah, Brandy Nickerson is in the building. I got Karen Thomas is in the building. Matt Verdi. Matt getting cranked up because he know he got to be here next week. Matt getting cranked up so he can know how y'all roll. Because I know he'll be here next week. He works with Nike. He'll be here next week to watch all our kids and report back to Nike and tell them how good little Johnny is, or how good little Johnny is not. But Matt Verding, he's on the feet all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. He coming in all the way from Atlanta to support the spring icebreaker next week. Let me see who else we got. Mr. Roach. Hold up. Let me get my girls out the way. Dale Griggs, Jessica Brooks, Crystal. Hold up. When I got that group of women in there right now, I know I'm cool. I have to check. Y'all. Mindy, Sonia, Tiffany, and all of y'all. Karen, if I don't see y'all perk me up and get me ready. When I start the show, I'm kind of cool. But when that goes Cynthia Guillory, y'all just give me so much energy to do this show. When I see the women on the show, got something for y'all too. Got something for y'all a little bit. It's gonna touch y'all a little bit, but let me go. Let me get into my thing. I got so many things to cover, but I want to talk about a year ago today. The world shut down. I'm gonna share something with you. I had queued it up for the other day. I'm gonna share this with you.
Thank you.
2 days after that press conference, basically sports was shut down. After Rudy Gobert, I remember the Big Ten tournament. I hope that is Moody is on here already. The Big Ten tournament was going on. I think it was packed. It was in Indianapolis. Thank you, Melvin Marks. The Big East, they were playing the game. I don't know if y'all remember, the Big East were playing the game. And the reason I remember it so much, that date, y'all got to understand, I was planning to going overseas, and I didn't go, but I sent people in my place. They went for me, and they got back on the 11th. You remember, and everything shut down on the 12th. So it's just, that's going to be always etched in my heart. So I remember the Big East, though. They played half the game and stopped at halftime. And a week before, the Ivy League, I don't know if you remember, the Ivy League just shut their whole every day. They canceled their tournament first. But Adam Silver, y'all did an interview with the New York Times. And I didn't know this, and I just wanted to share this with y'all. The time I remember the New York Times, they talked to Serena Williams, y'all, and who went into quarantine super early because she knew about it. There are a lot of people who were well aware of this thing before it hit big, before it became a thing. A lot of people were. But New York Times, they talked to Silver because he was on the front edge of the decision. I guess it was a watershed moment, and the rest of the sports followed. Y'all got to check this out. He said two things in this New York Times article, y'all, that I want to share with y'all. Check this out. He said on January the 29th, 2020, what's up, Dr. Newsom? January 29th, 2020, the Brooklyn Nets held a Chinese New Year celebration. Okay? Check this out. He spoke with a virologist named Dr. Ho. Dr. Ho said to Adam Silver, this is going to be really bad, this virus. Dr. Ho said that this is a terrible sign. This was a sign. Chinatown in New York, if y'all ever been there, this place is the most foot traffic in whole New York. I mean, people all over each other. If you ever go to Chinatown, it's a million people. Been there a million times. Check this out, Joe Baldrige. I'm talking about pre-pandemic. Okay, pre-pandemic. You go to Chinatown, a lot of y'all probably been. It's crazy. Check this out. Dr. Ho, Dr. Ho told Silver, Chinatown was empty January the 29th. Todd, Chinatown was empty, Todd, on January the 29th. Todd, we were still kicking it. You were still doing it. I was headed to the Super Bowl. We had a lot of friends of mine at the Super Bowl. On January the 29th, they said Chinatown, Martin Vaughn, was empty. That is a sign that a lot of the world knew about this. This was going to happen. And this segment of the population already knew. We didn't even know the term then, social distance. But Chinatown was doing this on the 29th. Y'all got to hear me on this now. Y'all know, you got to hear me on this. They were already in their houses and not coming out in January. Super Bowl was being played in Miami. Sold out Super Bowl, parties. Everybody was kicking it. Adam Silver said there's a perception that when the doctor ran out on the floor at OKC and talking about the game is over, they thought that's when he canceled it. Todd, this crazy, Todd. This is crazy. He told the New York Times that night when it happened, when the positive test came down, Adam Silver, this the head of the NBA, he was driving home. Then he got a call from him saying, Rudy Gobert tested positive. And he said, okay, let me call Sam Presti. Sam Presti is Oklahoma City Thunder general manager. It was his team, his building. And then he said, let me call Clay Bennett. Clay Bennett is Sam Presti's boss. He's the owner of the Thunder. That's his building. his testing, it happened in his building, in his facility. Quarantine that building. You remember Chris Paul and them, everybody couldn't even leave. Nobody could get out the bed. And the team they were playing couldn't get out. Remember that night. Yeah, Herb, you was in Miami. Yeah. Check this out, y'all. Adam Silver drove home, sitting in his car. He didn't watch TV. He didn't watch CNN. Then he finds out there's an official in Sacramento that was involved in contact tracing that led to that game being canceled. I'm just taking y'all back now. It's a year ago. He sat in the car for 10 minutes. He said he didn't do it immediately. He just said, we got to cancel. We got to cancel this thing. He told at the time he thought it would just be one night. He thought it would be one night. And he said it was just it could be isolated here. We can isolate it in Oklahoma City. We can isolate it in Sacramento with the official, and we can get over this. But guess what? He said, I thought it was and me personally, I thought it was an amazing omission that he said this, that he didn't cancel it right away. You know, he could have said, man, I did it immediately. I mean, he said, I didn't. He said, whoa. He's trying to save that seeds and save that money. He stopped. He waited. He measured the situation out. He thought it was no way that he would be here today, where they are today, March 11, 2021. He said, if you had told me when I canceled that game and we would be here today, I would have never believed it. It's crazy, man, how we are here today after a year of everything that's went on. Y'all think about it. It's crazy. I just want y'all to just think about it. It's been a year. I was thinking about it the other day. I don't know if I told you. It's been a year. A guy who used to get on a plane every week. It's been a year since I've been on a commercial flight. It's unbelievable. And I want to know what. Thank God we're here. Thank you. And guess what else I want y'all to know? I want to share with y'all, especially to my girls. What do y'all think about Stacey Dash? She said she's sorry for all that stuff she was doing with Trump. She done seen the light. What do y'all think about her? Do y'all invite her back? I know y'all, yeah, some of y'all mean. Do y'all invite her back? But got so much stuff to go with you. I'm trying to wait on Jimmy to get here. But got a couple of more things I want to share with you. First of all, if you want, go to the, I'm gonna post it on the feed. Go to the, I'm gonna send it up. I'm gonna post it on the feed. The Chop Shop, those shirts I've been had on the other, they got them. They're limited edition. It's not that many of them. So once they're gone, they're gone. I think they got, it's real limited. I don't even want to tell you because, go quick. I think it's probably 7 shirts per color. They wanted to be a limited release because they want the shirt to be special, and they wanted to limit it. So I'm going to put the website up there, and let me tell you something. Get your size larger than you usually get because they're fitted, okay? They're fitted, they're a little Euro, so get your size a little larger. But they were they on sale the new Chop Shop with the new design and the sleeves, and then they got something else coming on after that one. But these are limited edition. I promise you, they're gonna be gone fast. So get in there, and I'm gonna post it for you and get those soon. But what else I got? Got something else for you. A young lady last night, y'all, this touched me. He said, Taylor May. It touched me last night, Landon. Somebody sent this to me. Y'all check this out.
Let's go!
Excellent to the south and left of the world. Thank you once again for your support these fine young student athletes. Please be safe as you make your way home. Thank you once again for being a part of 100 years UAL Championships.
Lisa! And a girl, G! Love you. I love you. You work hard for that. Remember that. You work hard for that.
By the stairs.
Ready for you. Look at what they say.
I knew you were going to do it. Look at that. Once again, we appreciate you coming out tonight to support these student athletes. Please be safe as you make your way down the building. Once again,
Man, shout out to Gary Carter, man, for sending me that. He posted it. And young lady's name is Gazella Maul, M-A-U-L. And man, that's what this stuff is about, man. Her and her dad, you can tell her and her dad have been through something. Her and her dad, he done got on her. He done pushed her. He even bought her a pair of shoes with state champs on it. Before Cedar Park High School, I guess suburb of Dallas. I mean, this with this stuff, and I understand y'all parents' passion, and I understand how sometimes you get a little mad and get a little upset sometimes because you love your baby, and I understand when somebody say something critical of them, and I know, and believe you, I've been there. Cedar Park in Dallas, King Stick. It's unique, man. I mean, that's what I love about this stuff. The girls' state basketball tournament is on the way, and share the show right now if you can. If on YouTube, if you're not a member of a subscriber to YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube. But that's what this is about, man. This show is so centric of with high school sports, and we talk about your kids, and good or bad sometimes. Sometimes I ain't gonna let nobody go too far. you follow me, but shout out to this young girl. And Gary wrote something. He said, Cedar Park. He said, a father's love, a daughter's dream, a mission accomplished. A father's love, a daughter's dream, mission accomplished. And the reason I said her and her dad had been, her mom was there. She came straight to daddy. And maybe that's how girls do. And my daughter didn't play no sports, so I don't know. But I know the boys are always mom. But it was just unique to see that. And I mean, it just had y'all. It had me going. It had me going. So before I take a break, let me see. I'm gonna go a break. I'm gonna take a break. I want to share something. Well, I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna wait till Jimmy get there on that one. I'm gonna wait to get there. But y'all, Florida A&M, y'all, I got to share this with y'all. HBCUs. I got to give you some HBCU news today. Florida A&M and that LeBron Nike deal features millions in gear and star promotion. Y'all check this out. Anybody never did this for no HBCU. And I know it wasn't your HBCU, so you might be a little, but let's be happy for Florida A&M, because guess what? If it can happen for Florida A&M, hey, don't you think I'm not going to push it for Texas Southern. Come on now. I didn't even go there. But guess what? It's in my city. Once I know they'll do it, now I got precedence. presidents. I could go back and say, well, hey, hold on. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. You can do it for them. So, but let me tell you about it. The first LeBron James branded Nike college sports apparel agreement is heavy on promotion and marketing. Jessica, I got you, baby. I got you. A novel advantage for the football championship subdivision school that landed it. Where's Florida A&M? Florida A&M, it's HBCU. What conference they gonna be in next year? Y'all help me. What conference? Hold on. Last week, let me read a little article because it's some juicy stuff in it. They announced a 6-year apparel deal, 6-year deal. They didn't do no 2-year deal, 1-year deal, 6-year deal. Partnership with Florida A&M. Florida A&M. No, Florida A&M ain't. No, it's in Tallahassee. It's not near Orlando. No, you talking about Bethune-Cookman, Orlando. They gonna be in the swag. I thought that. Come on now. I know. Check this out, y'all. Y'all got to realize swag. It's gonna be good for all of us. Remember, a rising tide move all the boats. But hold on. Let me go down to some stuff. They said, the deal starts in July, and Nike committed to buy $3.3 million worth of retail product to the university over the deal's duration. Check this out. Yes, Bethune-Cookman is Daytona. Daytona is on the outskirts of Orlando. I used to live in Orlando. Used to live there, baby. That's my town. I've been down there before. I'm just letting you know. Hold on. As Nike, hold on, y'all, check this out. As Nike's flagship HBCU, the sponsored proposal states FAMU will continue to receive the largest product allocation of any HBC university during the term of their contract. I'm going to help y'all out, y'all. That's called a favored nations clause. That means if Kevin Freitman is a number one pick, I'm a number one pick, and I sign with Nike, and I tell them, you can't sign nobody else in this draft class to a deal bigger than mine. I got favor. It's called a favored nations clause. I'm just giving y'all a little insight. Check this out now. This ain't in the article. I'm just telling you that's what it is. The agreement also said Nike is spending $200,000 each year in marketing support for the university, as well as $200,000 annually for the athletic fund, for the purpose of supporting scholarships for students whose academic pursuits are aligned with Nike's business objective and notably a notable part of the arrangement. Check this out, y'all. They're gonna give some of these kids internships at Nike. LeBron James. Guess who else they bringing in? Travis Scott. Guess who else Nike bringing in? Naomi Osaka. They're going to use those assets, Nike assets, each year to promote FAMU. Man, I think that's a great, great thing. I mean, there's so much stuff in this article. Y'all go read it. It's just unbelievable. I mean, this is happening to a HBCU. Nike has not did this before. And I mean, what y'all think? What do you think? Chop. I'm gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back. That man said a nice gesture. I sure would like to see how much money you done gave a HBCU. If it's just a nice gesture. Chop. We'll be back in a minute. These guys, y'all something else.
Tammy Allen here, your relationship coach. Tell me, do you and your partner feel like you're struggling to communicate and have begun living like roommates? No need to worry. I can teach you new, healthy communication skills to improve your relationship. I provide coaching via teleconferencing from the convenience of any location, including your own home. Call me today to schedule your first appointment at 713-597-4499, or you can find more information at my website, www.allencounselinggroup.com. I look forward to working with you. Hey there, everyone. Tammy Allen here, your relationship coach. Tell me, do you and your partner feel like you're struggling to communicate and have begun living like roommates? No need to worry. I can teach you new, healthy communication skills to improve your relationship. I provide coaching via teleconferencing from the convenience of any location, including your own home.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yeah, y'all, I was yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. I guess Jimmy will be on. I haven't talked to him yet. I guess he'll be on shortly. But I don't know if y'all saw it, the punishment for Miles Leonard has been levied. I think he got a week $50,000 fine and suspended for a week for his anti-Semitic slur that he said the other day. And I also saw something about Coach K. Duke. Hold up, y'all. Do this sound fishy? Coach K, they were supposed to play Florida State today in the ACC tournament, and they got a COVID problem. And then I found out, I dug a little deeper, and I found out it was not just a COVID. It was a walk-on who got COVID. A walk-on that got COVID. So y'all can read into that if you want, whatever you want to read into that. I thought it was funny when he told me about the walk-on situation. And I got a couple more things about got something else I want to share with y'all. I was looking up just last night. Oh, he said very fishy. I'm asking y'all. Y'all remember yesterday we had Dennis Gates on the show, right? And you remember I told you, I looked up some stuff. I wanted to read a little bit more about him, but they say you better be prepared all the time. But you know what I was thinking about? John McClendon. How many of us, and just tell the truth, how many of us knew who John McClendon was? Okay? I knew about him briefly, but when I was younger, I didn't know of him. In the last 5 or 6 years, I know about him a little bit. Let me share something with you that was very, very unique, man, about that man, because we didn't have time to really talk about him. You was talking about actually Dennis Gates. But John McClendon, what's up, Paul Miranda? Okay, he said, what's up, Hatter? Coming to you live from direct from the Alamo Dome. Beaumont girls versus Canyon warming up. Thank you, sir. Keep us posted of what's going on. Hey, and guess what? And Paul Miranda, while you're up there, if you see somebody pass by, just tell them, hey, tune in to the Chop Shop on YouTube. It's okay. Just say, hey, tune in. Tune into the Chop Shop. There might be some people up there in San Antonio right now who never heard of the Chop Shop. Let them know about it. Thank you, Paul. But Paul, I'm talking about John McClendon because I'm a little King Sticks, Kevin Freitman, Trey Phillips. I wish I had known a little bit more about John McClendon. He studied under Dr. James Naismith. His daddy sent him to Kansas so he could study under Dr. Naismith, was an instructor professor at Kansas. Check this out. He said, I knew great coach black or white, credits him with being the father of modern basketball. Thank you, Herb. But Herb, I'm going to take you a little farther. And because of segregation, y'all, he didn't get to realize his playing career that he wanted to play. Because he was born in, I think, 1914. So you already know, things were limited back then, right? The whole Horizon League, that league that Cleveland State plays in, Detroit, Mercy plays in, that's Detroit, Detroit Mercy. What coach, man? I'm having a brain freeze here. Coach, he gonna kill me. I'm gonna leave it alone. But coaches plays in that league. But check this out, man. He was born in 1914. He went to Kansas, learned basketball under Dr. James Naismith, the father of basketball. He also was famous. Mike Davis, thank you, Thad. Mike gonna kill me, man. He gonna kill me. Don't y'all tell Mike. I had a brain freeze. Yeah, but thank you, Herb. Herb. Hey, yeah, it got me. But check this out, though. He was famous for Herb. I don't know if y'all heard about this before. He was also famous for the secret game, which was played in 1944. Freight, did you know about the secret game? Paul Miranda, did you know about the secret game? This was when he was coaching at North Carolina College. His team beat Duke 88-44. 88-44. But let me tell you, Duke was all white and he had an all black team. It was against the law for them to play. They had to sneak the guys, the white guys from the Duke Medical School. They had to sneak them. They drove up to, I think, the dorm. They drove up to North Carolina, where North Carolina Central is now. That's the school. So they covered their heads when they went inside the gymnasium. They covered the gymnasium's Gordon. They covered the gymnasium walls and the windows so nobody can peek in because it was against the law. So when the guys start playing, they say it was kind of ugly in the beginning because the black players didn't want to touch the white players. The white players didn't want to touch the black players. I mean, it was, and then they just said, man, let's just play ball. And them boys, and hold up, the white team, Duke was beating their ass at first now. And then them brothers said, man, hey, let's go. Wind up beating them 88-44, right? Hold on, it's more. After the game, the young players had so much fun. Guess what they did? They split the teams up. Said, few white guys on this team, 3 white guys on this. They split the teams up and started playing again, even the teams up a little bit. And they went at it again. There's a book out called The Secret Game. Oh, it's crazy. It's unbelievable, man. I mean, I never heard, hey, Landon, I didn't need this for Black History Month. Landon, you must have missed that day when Black History Month started. It's Black History on the Chop Shop every single day. We live in Black history every single day. It's unbelievable. So I want us to get, I'm done celebrating Black History Month. I'm going to recognize it, but man, it's Black history being made every day. They just kept this out of certain, we didn't know. How in the hell, I'm a basketball player, and I don't know about this man. Nobody taught me about this man, Sonia. Sonia, that's not it. It was one of the first integrated sporting events in the South. And that's why it was referred to as the secret game. Because it was not supposed to be played. Y'all, I'm trying to take y'all mind back. Because it was a team against black players with white players. John McClendon wanted to integrate the society through basketball. Check this out. I didn't know this, y'all. He was a two-time Naismith Hall of Fame inductee. Herb, as a coach and as a contributor to the game. Herb said he invented, he the one that pioneered the fast break offense and the pressure defense. This man right here. He was the recipient of the NCAA's 2021 Theodore Roosevelt Award. He just got an award. He was the first African-American head coach at a predominantly white school. A giant, y'all, in basketball. And he meant so much to that young man who was on this show yesterday, Dennis Gates. Dennis Gates, soon as he got the job, he went straight to his gravesite. Lived in the same community. Dennis Gates right now live in the same community, Cleveland Heights, as Dr. John McClendon. John McClendon. Coach John McClendon. He's arguably, yes, Crystal, I was just thinking about that. He's arguably the most underappreciated person in the history of college basketball. A guy that a lot of people, unfortunately, just don't know enough about. Like I said, one of the pioneers. And the influence he had on so many, it just out through the game. I mean, it just, check this out, y'all. I'm going to show you how cold he was. I'm going to go a step further for you, Crystal. At KU, also at Cornell, you have to have a swimming test, take a swimming test in a swimming class before you graduate. In one of them years, it's best to get it out the way as a freshman. When my son went to Cornell, he had to pass a swimming test to graduate. In order to graduate, you cannot graduate if you don't have this test. Check this out. KU had the same swimming requirement, but guess what? They didn't let him get in the pool. They said, here, you just get an A. We're going to pass you. You can't get in the pool. Because of his color. Kevin Drones. Thank you. Spellman has one too. Thank you, Joe. He couldn't. It was a prerequisite before you graduate. Y'all, this is the stuff we had to go to, man. This is stuff we had to go through. His requirement, you had to, he's enrolled. It's some black students enrolled in KU. In order for them to graduate, they had to take a swimming test, but they couldn't swim because they was black in that pool. So he jumped in the pool. And guess what they did? They drained the pool. He said, that's all right. Your water bill gonna be high because every time that water get up there, I'm gonna jump in it. No, Rick Brown, the prerequisite for all of KU students, you have to take a swim test to pass. The whole university. But they wouldn't allow the black kids to get in school. So how the hell they was going to graduate? John McClendon said they just told me give me a. He said, hell no, I don't want no A. I want to do what every other kid is doing. I want to do what every other kid is doing. He said, y'all gonna have a big water bill because I'm gonna do it. So guess what he did? Paul Miranda, he went to Adolph Rupp. Adolph Rupp was over there with it. You know who he is. He was over in Kansas too. Oh my God, he went from Kansas to Kentucky. Oh my God. Adolph Rupp, he said, man. He said, if you integrate the pool for me. He went to Adolph Rupp. It's a black kid. Back then. Ain't scared. You know, we scared. We scared to even call our congressman. He said, he made a deal. He said, man, if you integrate this pool, I promise you, you ain't gonna have no problems out of me or my classmates, no black for 2 weeks. I'm gonna keep you down, we're gonna keep it, but you're gonna have to work this thing out. He got all the black students to stay away from the pool for 2 weeks. And guess what? They finally let the man fought for that, man. He believed in something bigger than him. Avio, that's why I didn't know this, y'all. I didn't know this. This is unbelievable. That's why we got to tell our own history. Yeah, they drained the pool, Rick. You don't remember when what's the pretty girl name? Dorothy Dandridge. She went to Vegas and she put her feet in the pool. They drained the pool. That happened a lot. You got to realize even the basketball boys, they were playing again. The guys didn't want to touch each other at first. And Sonya said years and years later, oh, y'all, that's why we have to tell our own stories. That's why I love this platform. I love the singers, the artists, the directors, and the people that's painting. That's why I loved Coming to America. That's why I always talk about these films, black films. And I always talk about, one of these days I'm going to talk about the black artists, the painters. They got I think HBO, somebody, they got a special about the black painters. I might talk about it a little bit later, but let me tell you something. The artist tells the stories of the times we live in. John McClendon was telling the stories of the time he lived in. What if he wasn't around to tell that story? Somebody else would have told it another way. Listen to me, y'all. I didn't mean to go here, but I'm going to go here. And then we'll get into, I'm waiting on Jimmy. I don't know where yet. Let me just text him right quick. Let me see how long it's going to take him. Cause I got something else I want to share with y'all, man. It's crazy. Check this out. 90%, Landon R1, of the walls in the world's top 100 museums. You're talking to a guy that's been to the Louvre, been around the world, are covered by the works created by white men. So who's telling the story of our times? The 1500s, the 1600s, the 1700s. Who's telling stories? We see ourselves now in a black content boom. What Jimmy and I doing, what y'all are doing on this show right now, this content, this intellectual product, this black content, that's years from now, people gonna know where we were at during this time and what we were talking about. We're gonna be talking about Grapevine is 30-1. We're gonna be talking about Grapevine versus Clarendon. That's what these people are gonna see when they come years from now. That's what these people gonna see. You follow me? Check this out. We see ourselves in a black content boom. You got your Issa Raes and your Michaela Coles and all that stuff. But it is never enough. We got to keep coming. We got to continue to create. Kim, Corey, our kids got to create stuff. That's why I'm always talking about these people. Artists, basketball players, be legendary. Create some, so years from now, somebody can look back and say, this is what was going on in 2021. I don't want to hear anybody, I don't want to hear none of y'all ever. I know y'all gonna do it. Talk about, I've had enough black shows. I had enough black art. No. I just told you, if you go around the world and you don't have to go around the world. Go take your butt down to the museum district and go in the museums down there. Kim Jackson, go in the museum down there. 90% Herb Baker, 90% of the art that is highlighted is made by white men, and that is the predominant story of our time that's been told. If I was a kid that walked in there and looked at the art and watched what the art, there's no representation of me. And if you can't make art, support it. If you can't make a show, support it. If you can't, that's why I always support every last one of y'all. If you can't do it, support it. Or create a platform like this to elevate the black artists, the black singers, the black athlete, the black this, the black. There is space for it all, y'all. It all serves to tell the story of our times and to tell the fact that we were here. Dr. Newsom, you got to do something to let people know that you were here. You're going to be gone. Beaumont United, you got to go win. Because guess what? You want to go down in history. So somebody can know you were there. Because if we don't tell that story, if we don't tell our story, you remember I told you I got to write my own book? I want to write my book, Darryl Barnes, because if I don't write it, somebody else will have to write it for me. Don't nobody know me but like me. I can't write no book on Sonya Billingsley. But if we don't tell our story, A, there will be no reflection on the record that we were here. B, the reflection of black people that you do see would be a caricature of as whites see us. And that is not sufficient, y'all. to tell the story of who we are and where we are and what we did. We're going to come back in a minute with sports topic, but let me tell you something, man. I just had to, I didn't mean to share that with y'all today, but this platform, years from now, your great-grandkids gonna be looking at YouTube and be able to pull this thing up. What was my granddaddy doing on the chop shop that day? Y'all, we got something special here, man. We just got to take advantage of it. So down the line, people say, when we were here, we did something. We made something happen. But Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute, man. I got so much. I want to show y'all something too. Well, I'm going to come back from the break. I want to show y'all something. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute.
Tammy Allen here, your relationship coach. Tell me, do you and your partner feel like you're struggling to communicate and have begun living like roommates? No need to worry. I can teach you new, healthy communication skills to improve your relationship. I provide coaching via teleconferencing from the convenience of any location, including your own home. Call me today to schedule your first appointment at 713-597-4499, or you can find more information at my website, www.allencounselinggroup.com. I look forward to working with you.
I mean, you know, America's not unique in its sins as a country. We're not unique in our evils, to be honest with you. I think where we may be singular is our refusal to acknowledge them and the legends and myths we tell about our inherent, goodness. To hide and cover and conceal so that we can maintain a kind of willful ignorance that protects our innocence. See, the thing is that when the Tea Party was happening, we were saying, pundits, oh, it's just about economic populism. It's not about race. When people knew, social scientists were already writing that what was driving the Tea Party were anxieties about demographic shifts, that the country was changing, that they were seeing these racially ambiguous babies on Cheerios commercials, that the country wasn't quite feeling like it was a white nation anymore. And people were screaming from the top of their lungs, yo, this is not just simply economic populism. This is the ugly underbelly of the country. See, the thing is this, and I'll say this and I'll take the hit on it. There are communities that have had to bear the brunt of America white Americans confronting the danger of their innocence. And it happens every generation. So somehow we have to kind of, oh my God, is this who we are? And just again, here's another generation of babies. Think about it, a 2-year-old had his bones broken by two parents trying to shield him from being killed. A woman who has been married to this man for as long as I've been on the planet almost, lost her husband. For what? And so, what we know is that the country has been playing politics for a long time on this hatred. We know this. So it's easy for us to place it all on Donald Trump's shoulders. It's easy for us to place Pittsburgh on his shoulders. It's easy for me to place Charlottesville on his shoulders. It's easy for us to place El Paso on his shoulders. This is us. And if we're going to get past this, we can't blame it on him. He's a manifestation of the ugliness that's in us. I've had the privilege of growing up in a tradition that didn't believe in the myths and the legends because we had to bear the brunt of them. Either we're going to change, Nicole, or we're going to do this again and again, and babies are going to have to grow up without mothers and fathers, uncles and aunts, friends, while we're trying to convince white folk to finally leave behind a history that will maybe, or embrace a history that might set them free from being white. Finally. I mean...
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, who will be on shortly. Boy, that icebreaker is tearing him up. He coming on. I just asked me about what we've talked about. I told him I just, I gave you a history lesson and took you down memory lane. But before he's coming on shortly, I saw something yesterday, and I was gonna save it for Women Rock Wednesday, but let me tell you something. Let me share this. Let me share this with y'all. Goldman Sachs. Google Goldman Sachs, everybody. I want y'all to know who this investment firm is. Goldman Sachs. This is the headline, exclusive. Goldman Sachs invests $10 billion in a new 1 million Black women initiative. 1 million Black women initiative. Jimmy just popped on. He need to hear this too. Hold on, Jimbo. Let me bring you in. Hold on. Let me bring Jimmy on here. Hold on. Jimmy, I got to say that headline again. Jimmy, headline. Goldman Sachs, Jimmy, the investment firm. The biggest in the world. Supposed to be the granddaddy, Jimmy. Guess what they are investing $10 billion, Jimmy, in a new 1 million Black women initiative. Check this out. With the largest ever investment to focus exclusively on Black women, the financial giant aims to narrow opportunity gaps and contribute to the advancement of racial equity. Jimmy, $10 billion. Hold on. Let me read y'all this. I gotta read y'all this, Jimmy, and then I'm gonna let you in. In 1962, my man, Malcolm X said, the most neglected person, I didn't play it on this show, person in America is the Black woman. And almost 60 years later, that statement, unfortunately, still rings true for millions of Black women across the country. Despite being the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the United States, more educated than any other group by percentage of earned degrees, 81% of the breadwinners driving their family's economic security, and the community leaders working for justice at intersection of racism and sexism. Black women have not been commensurately acknowledged, except on this show, appreciated, except on this show, or rewarded, except on this show, for their contributions. Still today, Jimmy, for example, despite their achievement, Black women make 63 cents to every dollar paid to white and non-Hispanic men. Had to share that with y'all. That couldn't wait. That couldn't wait. I had to share that with y'all. Jimmy, what's up, man?
Oh, shoot. We got talk some hoops, man. It's going into the weekend. State tournament, baby. one of the most looked out for a lot of the females, but a set of females didn't look out for them yesterday on Women Rock Wednesday, and they are long overdue for it. But we got them last week, and that is shout out to Cy Creek High School girls basketball team as they compete for the girls state championship tonight in San Antonio against DeSoto. Once again, this right here, this DeSoto team, they spanked Duncanville girls. You know, they whooped them. I mean, literally. I mean, remember they had a fight when they in their second match.
Oh, that's the fight game? Okay.
No, when they played in earlier this season, they had to fight the big brawl. So I was saying they whooped them, you know, made a play on the words. But this Cy Creek team, remember, guys, a year ago when Cy Creek girls made it to the state championship, one of their star players, actually their highest ranked player in the United States, according to most of the girls' basketball polls, did not play. She was sent home. Same a month or so after, remember the running back from North Shore, he was sent home last year. They managed to still win the game without him.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And so now this is kind of like an incomplete chapter of your life. You're having a rare chance to go back and rewrite that chapter and just fill the dots. This Cy Creek team, I think the manner of which they can win. Remember, the only team to give them a blip on their radar this year was Shadow Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Creek gave them played them with the single digits, so to speak. That's the only team that even made them sweat. If they did that, but if Cy Creek can whoop DeSoto tonight, I'm asking all you girls basketball aficionados and influencers, what would that do for this team in the place of girls basketball teams in the area? Would they make the top 5? Would they be in the top 10 since integration of talking about Greater Houston teams? Would they be in the top 10 in the state? I don't know. You tell me, how good do you think this Cy Creek girls team is? We know they're good, but then understand something. Say, for example, let's say Beaumont United boys. They went undefeated as well, right? We still don't really know just how good Beaumont United is until they can cap this thing off, and depend on how they fare against a team with 10 losses that'll be playing them for the state championship. If United can roll, remember, United had one scare in the playoffs, the boys, that was against Manville. I was at that game. Manville took them to the wire. Big Sean Walker from Manville signed with McNeese. He had 0 points at halftime. They only had one shot attempt according to his father. But guess what? Beaumont United still prevail. If United boys can whoop Kimball, which is possible, if Wesley Yates is clicking and Arsenault is not in foul trouble and he's clicking, Traylon Parche, if they get him the ball and let him get touches, now he's running up down that court wanting the rebound now. Once he get more ball, I watched him now. I get it with him. Give him the ball once every 4 possessions, and he's going to get you 3 rebounds a quarter. Get him 4 touches, he's going to get you 3 rebounds. So that's 12 rebounds from Traylon Parche, 12 possessions. That means even if he missed that shot, he get that possession back for you. Now back to these girls. I'm curious. What are they saying out there, Hannah? Let's go to the Boomer Room. How do you guys feel if Cy Creek girls win this game tonight and complete the undefeated season? Trey Phillips.
Y'all got to talk to y'all because I never kept up with girls basketball. So I don't know how they stack up.
Understand. They're having, and from what I understand, there wasn't many teams, even when the playoffs started. People that felt like Side Creek, oh man, Shadow Creek might give him a run, but ain't nobody even in the it's kind of like Duncanville in the boys' side in their region. Waxahachie might give him a run. Man, that's what happened. Oh man, Richardson, man, it might get, they can beat him. Paul Brown said that what Duncanville did.
Yeah.
So that's so now, even if, think about this, if this Duncanville team, I don't even think that's part of the question. Even though Duncanville only lost one game, I think you want to reserve that conversation for Duncanville to next year because they're supposed to be even better. Next year, Duncanville team will be expected to make noise and win the state again. That's next year's Duncanville team. They penciling it in already. You follow me? In 6A. Now, don't get it twisted now. If Beaumont United, they're 5A. They're 5A. Beaumont United will be expected to win 5A next year. Silsbee will be expected to win 4A next year. You can mark all this down right now. Mark this date on your calendar. I'm telling you this right now on the boys' side. Duncanville, 6A. Beaumont United, 5A. Silsbee, 4A.
Great. I just read some. Angel said recent history. The Sidewoods team that won state was probably the best Houston has seen. 2 McDonald All-Americans and a starting 5. In starting 5, all 5 starters went D1.
And that girls team, is that the one in 2018?
No, it's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago.
With the Reese girl. Is that the one with the?
Man, I don't know. He didn't put no date on it.
Or is that the team when they had the big girl, that's the 6'8" girl? She was which year? We had her in the magazine. The big girl. I think she went to Oklahoma or something. Mulkey. What's her first name?
Kim Mulkey?
No, Kim is a coach.
Okay.
This girl name is something else.
Man, I don't know girls. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's close. I'm just saying though, but that's
I know 2 girl basketball players. Rory Harmon and Kendall Hunter. That's all I know.
Okay, 2016. Okay, that's what he's saying. Okay. So that's the year. That's the year that the Reese girl was a sophomore. Mulkey was a senior that year. And there we go. Nancy Mulkey. Thank you, Damian Keith. That Nancy, I know what. Yeah. Nancy Mulkey, big tall girl. How about 6'7"? We don't get many of them come through the city.
Brittany Griner. Oh, I remember Brittany Griner.
Well,
Kelsey Bone.
She was 2006.
I know, but I'm just telling you the girls. I'm telling you the girls now. I'm going back.
Well, you know Kelsey Bone.
Kelsey,
Brittany Griner, you know Kelsey Bone.
Yeah, I don't know many though. I don't know many. I don't know many girls basketball players. I said Kim Mulkey. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's the
okay. So if
Mulkey
was a junior, it was 15. Okay, so that's 2015. Thanks, Angel. Angel, of course, those of you on the YouTube feed, he said that it was 15 or 16. Mulkey was a junior on that team. The youngest, Agumake. I chopped their name
Don't
up.
worry about it. I got you. I got you back. I got you.
Ugmawike.
Agumake.
I did it on purpose, man.
No, it's all good.
But it's a long story about that. Back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from the magazine. We misspelled the daughter's name, and the mom wanted us to cease and desist all publications of the magazine because we misspelled the daughter's name. Yeah, seriously. That's why we didn't do girls. I didn't do girls no more after then. This was back in 2005.
Oh, yeah. Mama.
I show you. Look, on my desk.
Boy,
I keep a picture of it.
Boy,
Look.
Oh.
Look. This was the centerfold of the girls.
That Kelsey.
And
that Kelsey.
That's Kelsey Bone.
Who? Who was his other girl?
That's the sister right there at the bottom, sitting next
To
to
the left.
Kelsey.
Okay.
And that's the girl. The other girl at the bottom is the girl from Cinco Ranch. It was two sisters. They called the Gilbright sisters. I called them Biscuit and Gravy. That was their nickname, Biscuit and Gravy. And this girl, that's Nina. I think Nina Norman from North Shore. That's the girl from Bel Air. She's I can't think of her name. She was a bad. They had her and another girl in the backcourt. This was all. I mean, this is and for real. We misspelled the daughter's name, and this was back in 2000 and.
Jimmy, she didn't send you no cease and desist letter.
No, she called, and that was her request. I said, "What's the solution? We've done it now." And she said, "Well," I said, "What's the solution? I mean, we're sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize. And our bad. Our first time doing, we apologize. And I'm quite sure we wasn't the first to misspell or mispronounce her last name. But then I realized she had 4 more daughters coming behind him, or 3 more. I said, "Oh hell, we got to see this lady again. I'm just not gonna even do girls until they gone, until all of them gone. I don't even want to see, because it was that was funny stuff, the true story. And that was the reason I never. But we had the movement. Understand something? Let this picture soak in. Look how beautiful this picture is, guys. I mean, seriously, this is a great picture.
Yeah.
This was the All Greater Houston team. This was in the cover. So people that didn't know like history don't realize. Well, man, Hicks, don't you? I
tried. You mammies and pappies and mess up stuff. Hey, y'all almost messed up the men's stuff. I ain't gonna even tell that story. Y'all almost messed up the men's stuff. Jimmy said, "Man, it's magazine. Much work I put into this shit, and this boy, y'all."
Don't appreciate it. And guess what? They got other people making y'all think that they're gonna do a magazine, making y'all believe they're doing a magazine.
They gotta do it. They got some people doing a magazine.
Yeah.
They got
online magazine or print or hard copy. I'm not talking about the Vipe.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not talking about Vipe. I'm talking about
somebody else.
Vipe is a year-round publication that covers all sports. Okay. They had some people that made the community think they were going to do a magazine. They come with a magazine. And I'm like, dude, you don't realize you could do a magazine, but you have to be out there grinding and sitting still to write. You would have to love to write.
And Jimmy,
or edit.
To women and people and black women who are entrepreneurs, don't slight what I just told you. Go get you some. Don't let these clowns talk you out of getting this money. Go get you some of that Goldman Sachs money. It's earmarked for black entrepreneurs. My daughter, that's why I'm giving it to y'all, because my daughter already said, look, contacted them. She in. So guess what? I gave that information to y'all. I wasn't just telling y'all that to be telling y'all to pass time. Goldman Sachs is going to give $10 billion to black women to help with their businesses. So if you got a daughter that's an entrepreneur, Darryl Barnes, make sure you contact them, because I know we'll get to talking about high school basketball and forget that we can have some damn entrepreneurs in the next 5 years that can finance any campaign that we want to do. So don't forget that, y'all. Goldman Sachs, look it up. It's called 1 Million Black Women. All right, let's go. Come on, Jim. Because I know they get so caught up in sports.
Just type it and put it at the bottom of the screen. Let it roll at the bottom of the screen.
See you tomorrow.
That's all. He said, "See you tomorrow."
See you tomorrow.
Now, the NCAA guys, they been trying and trying. They will start the NCAA tournament, and it is up on us. And next week, and people are trying to still figure things out as with the pandemic and COVID. So the question, they finally addressed the question: what happens? What would constitute if for a team having to forfeit? Everybody is going to be staying in Indiana starting next week. Even the play-in teams will be in Indiana the whole while. You lose and you check out and go home. The way they're going to do it, every team will at the hotels, they will get to stay on their own floor, which is smart. That's smart. That's smart organizing. That means your team is staying. Your team is only on this particular floor, and or your if your and every kid will have his own room. As opposed to 2 per room, every player has his own room. Every team has its own floor. So what would constitute for a forfeit? So the way the NCAA has said, they released and said, if you got 5 healthy players, you can play. You can play the game. So that means now a team can have COVID. And if the other players test negative and they have 5 players, they can still play. What do you guys think on that? And also now, so the next question comes, well, what about the coaches? How many coaches would it take? What if the coaches, they're going to have their own room? They already have their own rooms, of course. But what if 2 or 3 coaches test positive? Then what? That part is yet to be addressed. They will address that in the next 48 hours, 72 hours, NCAA. But you just want to share that with you, and you'll get your thoughts on it, guys, on that part of it. What do you think about the NCAA and this whole bubble?
You think that'll work?
I think it's not a bad thought. I mean, how it's like this: if you COVID, you test positive, I done bust my butt to get here, and at least let me go down swinging. If I'm negative, I'm already practically ready to go. Hey, I mean, rather than shut it down and forfeit it. Now, speaking of that, like Duke just shut it down, and it's so convenient for the Duke Blue Devils. So convenient. You know what, though? It shouldn't surprise none of you. Shouldn't surprise you at all. Even way back when they had a losing season about 15 years ago, and all of a sudden, Coach K, he going to get back surgery. You remember that? He get back surgery. They lose a couple of games. Oh, let me go sit out. So now Duke, their SID, their marketing department is one of the best in the business. They were on the verge of possibly not even being selected into the NCAA tournament. That means that if so, they would have received a for sure invite into the NIT, which is going to be played in Dallas, in DFW, Dallas area. Next week, the NIT, 16 teams. Well, guess what? Duke didn't want to be that. Can you imagine that? NIT, Duke, that's like getting Harold to go shop at Marshall's.
Man, I like Marshall.
Ross.
I ain't never been to Ross.
TJ Maxx. You see what I'm saying? That's like getting him to go shop there. You telling Duke to go to NIT? Hey, man. Hey, boss. We good. You know what? We got a COVID. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, hey, you talking all that stuff about Coach K. Y'all listen. This man that he talking about right now, he got his own building on the Nike campus. Jimmy talking all this stuff. This man got his own building. When you go to the Nike campus, it's the Coach K building. He ain't worried about y'all. He tired of these folks. He didn't know how to cope through this pandemic. I'm used to lining them up and doing what the hell I want to do. The COVID wouldn't let me do what the hell I want to do because I got my own damn building on Nike's campus. This Coach K, right? Jim, he's so cold, y'all. I mean, this Coach K, this Coach K, he have a potential first round draft choice on his team. The boy left the team. Jalen Johnson, Google it. He left the team. He said, I'm not playing with y'all's ass no more.
You mean potential lottery
pick, yes.
Yeah,
first round pick, lotto,
yeah.
whatever. So, hey, he left the team. Ain't nobody never did that to Coach K. So get what he's saying. Man, I'm Jimmy. And guess who was contact traced? A walk-on. It was a walk-on, Jimmy. A walk-on. Coach K ain't that. Coach said, man, I ain't got time for this stuff, man.
Well,
He's
see, that's
not
the whole thing. The NCAA, that rule, that their decision they just made would usurp this decision that Duke just made. Think about it. So this NCAA move just came today
after what Coach did.
After Duke's decision, because that means now, you know what? Because here's the thing,
Jimmy,
of
if you're already in the tournament, I don't think you're gonna do it. He's not gonna be in the tournament. He risks not being in the tournament.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. So that means, were you thinking about your players or are you thinking about you?
Jimmy, he's a control freak. Coach K is a control freak. Jimmy, think about it. The only thing he couldn't control is COVID. He couldn't control that. He couldn't get his guys in there and cuss them out the way he wanted to. Because they had to quarantine. He had to cuss them out on Zoom. Jimmy, he didn't have it. He couldn't do the things that he usually do. Jimmy, he couldn't run his plantation like he wanted to run it this year, Jimmy. He couldn't run that plantation like he wanted to. It's too many restrictions. Man, they let my people have too many liberties. They let my people on my plantation have too many liberties. Man, that man ready to go. So that's how I feel about Coach K.
Yeah, I mean, it's Duke season is over, and that is the decision has been made. And now I think is it just me, or do you guys sometimes you have a sixth sense?
Okay.
You can sense something, you can smell something, you can look and see something don't look right. You can see a momentum swing.
What happened?
Do you see that whatever part of the country you're in, North Carolina, Duke, and Kentucky, they still have their gear, their product, their coaches when they walk in the building is still going to generate most of the attention from the onlookers in whatever building they walk in. However, the magic of you actually going there. Now, of course, kids are going to be shivering if one of those coaches call and contact you to recruit you. Yes, because that was part of the sale when they were little kids. But picking those schools, do you see the tide is turning to whereas every region has a school that can easily get one of those kids that would have been a no-brainer just 5-6 years ago for one of those programs. Let me tell you, Gonzaga now becomes sexy to a certain type of kid. Baylor now, they've always got them, but they hadn't routinely got the one and done lottery picks types. They produced them and developed them, but they didn't get them like they were like already. Now you get some meals that's already pre-cooked. Just all you need to do is warm this up. Baylor didn't get those types. Now you see the tide turning because you look at what's around the horn. You see Oklahoma State, which by the way, they beat West Virginia in the Big 12 tournament. And OSU, of course, Cade Cunningham. And understand, you have to hire his brother to seal that deal. But guess what? Oklahoma State has beaten, put it like this, there's no team in the country that's beat more top 25 teams in the country this season than Oklahoma State. I say that again. There's no college basketball program in the country that has more wins against other top 25 programs than Oklahoma State.
Did they win last night? Who they beat?
They beat West Virginia.
Sure did.
They beat West Virginia.
Sure did.
And you know what? You know, it was good seeing the kid that played in the state tournament 4 years ago, 2017, I think it was 4 years ago for Thurgood Marshall High School, Taz Sherman, when him and John Walker. Taz Sherman, yeah, they went to state. Him and John Walker and what's the another guard? The guard went to New Mexico State.
Did not know.
I can't think of the guard name. He starts for New Mexico State. The guard, Rice. Last name Rice. Is it Jabari Rice? Is that it? Help me out, Doug, on that. I think it's Jabari Rice. Yeah, that's it. Doug's Jabari Rice at New Mexico State. All three of those guys are excelling.
And he didn't even have a Division I offer, they said.
No, he didn't.
At first.
Yeah. He didn't. He went to long route. And guess what? It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I can understand what I'm talking about. Here's what I mean. Going and searching of a used car way back in the day. Car and saying, all I gotta do, let me see. I know I need to get. I can put. And some of you guys, if you might want to cut the top and put 6 by 9s in there. They call it a 6-pack. Yeah, some people might want to put some woofers in the trunk. But in your mind, when you see that used car, you're evaluating that used car to see if it has the potential, what it would look like in your mind once you get it to where you want it. And in your mind, it's like you're thinking like, oh, it's all gonna happen tomorrow. Oh, I get the rims next week. I get the seats the week after. I get the radio put in. That's what you think when you get the used car. When you actually get the car, that stuff it could take a year.
Yeah, the feed messing up. But keep talking, Jim. It went out. It just said the streaming wasn't powerful enough. It just streamed back down and streamed back up. But we back in there.
And so what we can do is we go to a quick break and come right back. And that way we have a chance to shake the feed, make sure you got everything running smooth, you guys, as we get to the bottom half of this Baby Friday. You guys hang right there on the Chop Shop. Be right back.
Jimmy, let's try it again. Oh, look at you. You back. I think let's try it again. Something. We had a heck of a hiccup. So I guess we're back now. Let's lock and load and get back in there, baby.
Yeah, and I was telling you guys about evaluating. And that was the thing. And a lot of people really don't understand evaluating. And like I said, and I'll go back to this because it's really important and it's a really good analogy.
Walk us
through. How do you have a used car that you were trying to sell? Okay. Remember, that used car to you now used to be a new car when you bought it. So that car you bought it, but it's a used car now.
Now
you follow me? When they use, and it's a new term for it, they call them pre-owned. Yeah. Now you know what I'm saying. Everything gets a new name after a while. So pre-owned vehicle. Now this vehicle to you, it has a dear space in your heart because You bought it. It was your first. You bought it with your own money for the first time ever. This new car. And you've kept it a while. You kept it up. You kept the oil change. You kept it serviced. And now I come and get this car. But the car's 10, 15 years old.
Okay.
So now I'm getting my first vehicle, and mom going to help me get my car. I'm getting ready to go to college and whatnot, in 12th grade of high school, and I'm getting a car. We're gonna start with this used car, one owner. So mom likes that, one owner, checked off the box. He's kept his service and kept the paperwork. Check off the box, right? Now, mom saying this is a good car. It's a Toyota Camry at the time, one of the best, most dependable cars in the, So, but now me, I'm a teenager. A Toyota Camry ain't gonna do much for me. I can't put no wells and vows on that Toyota Camry. In my mind, I can't explain it to mama. She just don't understand. Remember Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince made that song about back in the 80s. The parents just don't understand. So mama just don't understand. But in my mind, I'm like, man, I don't want no damn Camry. I can't put a Camry. So I gotta convince my mama that that ain't the type of I'm evaluating that car. It don't do nothing for me. That might be the best car for me. Ain't no doubt about it. From where I need to drive and do all this driving. So I can have to go and convince in evaluating mom that this Cutlass, which is older than the Toyota Camry, a Cutlass Supreme is the car that I need. I need the Cutlass Supreme. Well, I got to come up with something. There's more room in it, mom. And give us some more story. That's the color I like, mom. Whatever. Well, my point is in evaluating the same way that we evaluate these used cars. These college coaches evaluate your players. Different coaches have different tastes. Some coaches want that Toyota Camry. Some coaches want to use something that they got to they want to put some wells and vows on you. They can see you if you had this, if you had a music, they can see that in you. So that's when you're wondering why some coaches, the car might be better, but he might not be the type of car that this coach like to drive. An old school Cadillac, certain coaches don't really want to drive that. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So hopefully you guys get that when it comes to sometimes your kid can be better than another kid who gets an opportunity or an offer to another school. And guess what? That's okay. It happens. But that's like take Texas A&M. Adam, Texas A&M last year, they signed a young man from out of Nederland, Texas, named Hayden Hefner, right? So Hayden Hefner, that was one of Buzz Williams' first signing. Hayden Hefner played with the Defenders, and the Houston Defenders didn't have a dominating summer season. Remember, hell, Cade Cunningham and his crew beat those guys by 50. That's 2 summers ago. Well, Buzz didn't offer at the time Tremont Mark, Reuben Jones, same class. But Reuben Jones is sometimes where you understand, it is what it is. Certain people have preconditioned prejudiceness against where you go to school. Some people have really been conditioned to believe, coaches, that if you go to the Woodlands, then you automatically smart.
Or
If
from a
you
good
go
family.
to Bel Air, then
Or
you're
from a good
supposed to
family.
be smart. But if you go to Wheatley or Yates, then they'll ask, does he have grades? They ask, does he have grades? Well, you don't ask me, did the kid that go to Katy High School or Cinco Ranch, does he have grades? And coaches, and I've started this year kind of correcting them and letting them know one by one, hey man, that ain't right. You need to stop that. That's a practice that you do, and I know it's kind of cool, and you got to ask that. But if you don't ask that about all kids, don't ask that about just the kids from the hood. And we feed into it and don't even realize it. They're preconditioned to think that. But man, I just heard. No, that's bull. You name a kid from Yates. There's only one kid that I know. Yates has put out a dozen or more. Hell, more than a dozen. Yates has put out since 2000 and since the turn of the millennium. Jack Yates has had almost 20 Division I players. There's only one, maybe two, that I know that did not qualify after or had a struggle out of that. So that's what, if you take a test and got 20 questions, come on, me and we all been there. You get two, you miss two, get 2 X's and get 18 checks. What's your grade on that test? That's a 90%. That's a 90. In some places, 90 is an A.
I'm just trying to figure out the mentality, and I'm glad you I'm glad you question the coaches. But coach, I mean that's just a stereotype, coach. If you think about it, Jimmy, in those areas, people that's smart and understand those areas, in those areas, the educational opportunities are not as great as in the Woodlands. That they're underperforming. Jimmy, they got a thing called underperforming schools. We had some schools closing down. The government state wanted to close some schools down for underperforming. So of course, when they see a kid come from these schools, they wondering, could I get him qualified? Because it's Jimmy, ain't no use in me knowing how good he can play if I can't get him qualified, right? I mean, am I right? So I'm just trying to go from the coach's point of view.
You say if
I can't get him qualified to go to my school, why should I recruit him?
No, but hold on, understand something. But if you're not asking
that of the other schools, because
other schools,
Woodlands is not an underperforming school, Jimmy.
But
Bel Air is one of the.
But still, a black player. We're talking about recruiting black student athletes.
I know what you're talking about.
That black player, as the same as coming from the Woodlands, has the same. Remember, you're not getting.
You're getting a different education,
GPA.
Jimmy.
That 2.3 GPA, hell, but they're based on, understand, the 2.3 GPA. Some schools have a weighted average of a 6.0, some has a 5.0, and some have a 4.0 academically. So the kid that go there, yeah, he's taking more advanced classes. It's weighted differently.
I understand.
You're asking, does he got grades? But he got grades. But if a school, I mentioned Yates, but if a school like Yates is known for the vast majority, 90% of their Division I prospects have qualified.
Well, that coach.
So why would you ask me if he's ready?
But that particular coach didn't do his homework. If he knew that, he'll know those figures. But when you addressed and asked him that, what did he say? Do you remember what he said?
No, that's my bad, cheat sheet. My bad. I'm just checking.
So you didn't go further and say, "Hold on, player." I mean, why? Okay, I got you. Okay.
No, it wasn't. Just sometimes I just want to make an effort to make people consciously aware
of what they're doing. Okay.
Because first of all, and that's me. May not be for the next guy. Because a lot of guys out there, don't get it twisted. A lot of guys out there, a lot of college coaches have been burned hard by people on third-party individuals who have badly sold the kid to them they gave them the car sold them the car without the key. I say it again. Many college coaches have allowed many of people out amongst the community to sell them a car, so to speak, without the key. Meaning that you telling them and sold them upon the kid, but you ain't telling the key thing if the kid is qualified or not. You know what most guys will say on the street? Man, that's their job. They got to figure that shit out for themselves. That's their job.
Landon been reading a lot. Landon said, I know if I'm coming out of Baltimore school, if I'm coming out of Baltimore, I'm gonna ask you if they coming out of Baltimore, I'm gonna ask you.
Now that's different. But that's different because the vast majority right now, because their school districts have been in dire conditions for the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then the last president didn't do them no help as well. He made it a mission to try to suppress them financially, but and then not even getting into the divorce and she's with her. But anyway, back to this thing. Just wanted to make sure you guys be consciously aware of now in recruiting. And the thing is, this stuff, at the end of the day, and that was a reason I told you guys this a week and a half ago with the spring icebreaker. This is the first time in a number of years, I don't know how many years, that we're not hosting an unsigned senior showcase. And I gave you guys the reason. And the reason is, for me, was the same weekend. And the junior college season did not start in November this season. It didn't start in December. It started in the second half of January. That's when they started the season. They're not going to be done. Junior colleges play on weekends. Junior colleges don't, on the norm, 99% of them do not fly to and from their games. You see? So that means it's a day of travel or whole half day to a day of travel. There and back. Game wrapped around in the middle. So normally with our unsigned senior showcase, it is a situation whereas we would have about 24 college coaches in the building on the average. And those college coaches, that means the optics are there. The kids actually see those coaches. And it's one of the best things in the world because if you play well, a coach, one of those junior non-Division I coaches, they will go and approach you right on the spot and get you and your parents, and they'll pull you to the side and they're offering you just like it's like a swap meet. And they're offering you right on the spot.
I never been. That's cool.
No, I mean, seriously, it's like that. They get you and walk off. They don't really want, sometimes some people walk to the parking lot. The coaches they offer right on the spot. Not everybody does it the same way, but some that ain't got no shame in their game, they trying to let it know right now. Hey man, look, what's your stuff here? What's it looking like? Ask some questions. They're in the huddle. Over there, got the parents jammed up against the wall. A scholarship offer on the spot. Some kids have their transcripts. You see them exchanging and give them the envelope. That's what it's all about.
Look at what Herb said, Jimmy. Jimmy, do you get a lot of that? He said there's a kid that has D1 talent here in the city that has a 2.1 grade point average and a 12 on the ACT. Crazy part is his dad thinks he's being slept on. The summer basketball coach wanted to pigeonhole his kid. Hold up. I lost it. Hold up, I lost it. Pigeonhole his kid as a certain type of player. Imagine that. Look at this illusion we're living in, Jimmy. This world.
The car, but not the key. See, the academic part is the key. You're the car. You can look good as hell. It could be a flood. What they call it, one of them flood cars. You can be one of them flood cars. Nobody know it unless they get inside the car, unless they try to crank it up. That's what's happening.
Water damage. Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy, for real. It's Jimmy, so many It's so many cars out there that don't got that they don't even want you to know. They don't even want to give you the key to it.
Yeah.
And guess what? I understand, but then I understand the situation. But don't try to come back and sell. That's what makes it bad. You selling the car as though it's a running car. It's good to go. It's ready to drive it right now. Put it on the highway. It can get you wherever you want to get, coach. Do whatever you need to do, coach. This your car. Then then you're blocking the transcripts from being obtained. See, the parents got to release somebody. The parent or guardian has to release, authorize you.
But I don't blame them, Jimmy. I wouldn't release them. I wouldn't leave. If it's bad, I ain't releasing.
But you know what though? Sometimes it don't even take a transcript. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it don't even take a transcript.
But look here,
it could take a report card for some coaches. They just want to get a feel. Hit the report card. Let me see what you did this whole 6 weeks. This term. I can get a feel on that report card. That's gonna buy you time. They got to see the transcript sooner or later. But the thing is, and this is what happened. At the end of the day, you waste this one guy's time. You've wasted his money from his boss. It ain't his money, it's the school's money. So that means now you don't know the stress that some of these assistant coaches are under at certain schools. Just because they ask a college coach today, don't mean they're going to be a college coach tomorrow. Mind you, this stuff is for real. And then what happens is that the coaches do, they remember you from lying to them. And when they get into another position of power, or if they don't, they're going to let their allies know. That's why so many guys around have such jackets on their back. Grown folk, the college coaches know. College coaches know which guys are going to shake them down. Talking about the certain fraternities of coaches. Now, there's a green one every day. You can get him.
A green coach?
A green one, meaning not understanding the fabric of the state of Texas.
Okay. Assistant coach.
There's
the assistant coach, because at the end, that the head coach gonna find. So you can find a green assistant coach, not a green head coach. You're gonna
find a green assistant coach, meaning he's not gonna know. That's like I had a coach call. Coaches call all the time,
right?
But when a coach called me and if I give them, sometimes they ask me something about this kid, I tell them something, and they need to know more. And I've always been that way. I try to empower the community. I'm going to give them your number, the person of influence. And then when I've grown to start doing it, and I'll let you know, hey, yo, this coach, if it's a new boot, somebody new, and I don't tell them every time. I don't have time to do it every time. But if it's somebody that's new or green, I'm going to let the guy know, hey, man, this is coach for the call. You kind of green. That way you can call him back. That way he's calling you. I gave him your number. That way now it keeps it kosher. Now, meanwhile, I'm going to let that coach know, depending on who I'm giving the number to. All right, coach, here's the deal. This guy, if it's Drew Parker, coach, you better make sure you got your phone battery charged up at least halfway. He's going to talk your ass to death. But he's a good dude, great dude. He know a lot of basketball, got a great heart. He want to do with all the kids. But that's what it is. You got to talk basketball with him a little bit. You just got to sit there and talk with him. So when you call him, don't be in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get off the phone with him too quick, then he going to think that you don't like to talk basketball. Right. Some people, you just got to do that.
Yeah.
If it's John Urie, I'm giving a discount, coach. I'm gonna tell you like this, John. He's legendary. He's legendary. Done a lot, paid a lot of trees for the city, for the community. And guess what? John is still standing, whether you like it or not. 25 years in the game, plus still standing in his grassroots and still giving back. Most people, when they get a sneaker deal, and the sneaker deal is snatched away, most guys are gone in a 3 to 5 year span. Now, I'm gonna let you guys sit on that. Most guys, that get a sneaker deal, right? And the sneaker deal is gone. Most of them are gone unless they have another kid coming through the ranks, or unless they are an event operator extraordinaire. But most of them, they're gone. I say, well, if you talk to John, he's gonna tell you every kid he got is gonna be a number one or pro and this and that. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing better than him. He's one of the best in the business at what he do, selling you a car without the key.
Okay.
So that's your disclaimer. I'm gonna give you a disclaimer on the other guys. Certain guys, coach, you're gonna have to listen, coach. I'm gonna tell you like this. He gonna shake you down. So I don't know what's no way around it, coach. If you ain't ready to get shook down, then you might not want to recruit this kid right now. Now, meanwhile, I give you the dad or the mama number. Here you go. They're gonna probably steer you back to them. I ain't got nothing to do with that after that.
I got you.
That's what I do to the coaches in
Interesting.
the area.
Interesting conversations going. When somebody gave one and I missed it. Jeffrey Day said something key. He said he went through this last year with Jordan Ivory Curry. He said, I was asking his mom to send me his transcript. Once they finally did, I told them that he is eligible to go to college. Because people were saying he wasn't, because ain't nobody seen the transcript of what happened. What happened, I guess. And then after he had been lied to by the high school must have told him he can't. I don't know what happened. I'm just going by what Jeffrey Day just put on the screen, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the deal. This is how this stuff sometimes. If just me in that situation,
mm-hmm.
Why not just call Bobby Benjamin from the Houston Raptors?
Mm.
If the person has influence
mm-hmm.
of a kid, this is part of the ego that deals with it. They go with it. It is what it is. So if a person has influence, and unless y'all ain't allies or don't speak at all and don't get along, then okay, then that explains it. But if y'all are all right, and as a kid, and somebody warn him, and they're asking about him, why not go and empower that guy with the conversation to their coach? And if more of that was done, then it would restore the city to a place where it was before. If you calling like people coming into Houston and saying, not coming into Houston, but have come into the business, into the sector and of influence and of event operating, of doing and corralling kids and publicizing and hyping and marketing and whatnot. If you're doing that, and if more of people would just grant the respect and say, well, hey, look, if this is that guy's kid, not kid, but he's put his sweat in to help and help build that motor, help build that car from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, what coach, man, he's the guy you might want to talk to. Now, however, I'm talking about going and get transcripts and stuff. That's what I call getting in too deep. I've been there before. So I can speak on it because I've been there before. I've been there with an All-American before. Mm. So I've been at the highest level with a 5-star prospect before. So once again, I'm one of the few guys that can speak on it, that part of the game. More people nowadays insert themselves into other people's equations without first asking those other people, do they want their assistance in the first place? You're trying to come and change my battery in my car. You're trying to come and change my tire. You come trying to change my oil. You ain't asking me if I want one of my car jacked up. And so that's the thing. Just want to, not saying you did anything bad, but asking for the transcript, that's as deep as you can get with a kid. If anything, I give you constructive knowledge. You inform and encourage the parent to release that transcript, or let them show you this, maybe a screenshot. Mm-hmm. Or FaceTime you, let you look at it. But if you obtain that, once you're obtaining the kid's transcript, you are in deep. You're officially, because otherwise, put it like this: are you asking every kid for their transcripts that's being recruited at a Division I school? No. So why this one? So that means you're in deeper. You boots in for that particular kid. And once you get boots in, that's when your heart has got to get into it with it.
But what was wrong with helping?
No, it's nothing wrong with helping. I'm saying, but you go and you let the guy know that you know has been doing the work. Let him be the point.
Oh, yeah.
It's like lawyers, a team of lawyers. Somebody got to be the point guard on the project. And you're going to try to go and grab the ball and bring the ball down the court now. Let them go bring the ball down the court. It's like I tell those coaches. I tell the coach, I give a coach a call number. Hell, I gave another coach, I gave Herb number the other day. Another coach they called just this week. I say, hey, man, call Herb. And I let Herb know, Herb, this coach going to call you. What's his name? Herb, it don't even matter. It's going to be going to coach. I told him what school it's going to be, Payal. Now, meanwhile, I let the coach know, Coach, if Herb don't respond to you, you let me know. That means now I'm going to get on Herb to respond to you. After you get done with Herb, then if there's anything else you need, feel free to loop back. But then what the coaches will do, that's because they condition certain ways. They know they figure, and they don't realize it's really counterproductive. They'll talk to you about your kid, then they'll pick your brain and want to ask you about the other kid and they don't know that they don't know how you feel about the other kid, but they don't ask you about it. So now you're talking to that coach about other kids. And then so now they talk to 4 more guys, and you talk negative about this other one kid, but 4 other guys talk great about this other kid that have like basketball minds or resumes as you may. And then what that coach got now is gonna say, well, damn, something ain't right about this guy then. If everybody else say this, he say that. That's totally contrasting. Coaches, that's what they do. That's why sometimes when you talk about your kids, promote your kids, if they ask about another kid, then that's how the game go is. Then you toss them back. Or you toss them over to one of the coaches if they're an ally of yours. If they're not an enemy or a competitor, a direct competitor of yours, you let them know, hey, man, look, man, you might want to call, that kid over there, man, Keith White, call Keith White or somebody. Call Larry with the Houston Defenders, man. That's him. It's his kids. Coach, he can better speak on his kids than I can. That's the part I'm talking about. And I say that it need more of in the area. You need more of. Now, Paul Miranda, just noticed that he says, Hatter, he says he just saw that Side Creek girls are undefeated. We in DeSoto like that scenario. Our Lady Eagles have 2 losses, just like in 2016. Shout out to Troy Brady as well.
Okay,
but Paul Miranda, let's go on and make this easy right now. What you want to do on that game? Your heart thumps DeSoto green. I understand it. You've been down with DeSoto, like your tax dollars went to the DeSoto ISD. I know you feel. Show me how you feel about DeSoto versus Side Creek on tonight. Show me how you feel. Now, how would them girls at DeSoto, feel if they learn that you like them, but you don't love them enough to just put something down on it? A tank of gas, a bottle of Ripple, whatever, just name something. And we put on this thing and we can go on and make this thing right. That way to get it fun when you come on down there for the icebreaker next week and watch some of your DFW teams playing down here. Come on, let's make this thing right. Anybody, come on to the altar right now. Come on to the front of the congregation. How you feel, DeSoto versus Side Creek. I'm gonna give you another one. That's my dandy of the day. Dallas Kimball versus Beaumont United. Here's what they do, Hatter. Check this tricky part out. Man, Dallas Kimball ain't no punk, man. They gonna get with Beaumont United. But bet something. Then they stopped talking. Well, man, oh, man, they undefeated. Well, hell, okay. So you didn't factor that into your evaluation? You said they're going to get with them. Bet something. Well, I ain't going to bet nothing, man. I ain't going to bet on it. Okay, well, you ain't going to bet nothing then. Okay. So Duncanville versus Austin Westlake. You want to bet on that? Bet. Let's bet that. They'll bet that. So that means now you're a betting man again. You'll bet on Duncanville versus Austin Westlake, but you ain't going to bet on Beaumont United and Dallas Kimball. One of the most prized programs in modern day history of Dallas Fort Worth, of Dallas, put it like that. Dallas Kimball. Been to the state tournament.
He might bet something. He might bet something.
You think so?
But he ain't said nothing yet.
Yeah, he ain't said nothing.
Paul, hit me up.
That's all. I got two bets to either way. Side Creek girls, Beaumont United boys. Let's get this thing over. Let's do it. Can't hear y'all.
Boy, they done got
That is
quiet.
y'all so quiet.
Jimmy,
you know what?
It's a 10-second delay, but they making it out of a minute delay around here.
They so quiet in DFW today. You mean tell me y'all was riding, so everybody had their chips in the middle of the table of Dallas Faith family? Is that what you're trying to tell me? So Faith family ain't there. That was because Duncanville was a free space and bingo. That's a free space and bingo. So remember what happened to, remember they talk about the broom? Remember the broom had a Lancaster? That's what it was. Y'all were betting on Lancaster. That was your free space and bingo. Somebody that flipped over the damn table, the bingo table. Now you don't know all the damn pegs and fell on the floor. Now the free space. That's what didn't happen. Come on, Corey Henderson. What you want to do, Corey Henderson? Name it. We do a bottle or a tank of gas on site, wherever your car needle on. For the next 3 times we see each other, you got to go immediately to the gas and tap it off. That's how we do. I'm gonna ride free off some of y'all. I'm tired of drinking off y'all. We're gonna ride off some of y'all. What Glenn Smith at? Every year.
What you gonna ride off? What you mean you gonna ride?
A couple of tanks of gas.
Oh, okay.
Every time you see me for the next 3 times, wherever we are, let's go and gonna top me off. Whatever I'm on, we're gonna top me off. You might want to trail me and follow me after the day after I go to the gas station. And if I'm on full, that counts. You top me out. Corey Henderson, I got a bottle. Let's do it.
Corey, wait a minute. Who y'all betting on, Jimmy? Give me the thing. Who y'all betting? What's the bet?
High Creek girls.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Or Beaumont United boys.
Okay. Oh, so y'all doing that old parlay again?
That ain't a parlay. I'm just giving that's either or. You don't have to bet both. Either or.
Okay.
Either or.
So you saying you got your money on Beaumont and Side Creek Girl?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is Beaumont playing against a Dallas team?
Dallas Kimball.
Okay. Oh, okay. Man, I can't believe Paul Miranda. Paul Miranda better be glad I don't have his number. I'll call him right now. I can't believe he ain't said nothing. Corey said, what Corey said? Corey got you, Jimmy. On which team, Jimmy? Which game, Corey? Man, bet on your town, man. I don't bet. I just shoot dice. I don't bet on nobody else's abilities. I bet on my own.
I just put it on that phone. See how they get, see what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to tell you.
He said, man, Dallas, man.
And
Dallas.
you know what? So Jimmy.
Dallas. And I always take it up for Dallas.
And they get y'all every year.
They let me down every time.
They feed you. Man, we so much better than Houston. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna be like Landon. Hey, I'm with Landon. I'm going with whoever Huffman playing again. Whoever Huffman playing again, I'm gonna cheer for them. I want them. Who Huffman playing again?
They playing Argyle.
Argyle from Dallas. Yeah,
Argyle.
I'm with Argyle.
You with Argyle?
Yeah, Landon, I don't know why you want me, but I'm going with Landon. Landon on the chop shop, so I'm supporting Landon. Man, we ain't got nobody. Jimmy, we tried. Jimmy, wait a minute, Jimmy. I'm gonna be like the pastor at the end of church. Is there one? I know we got somebody out there. Is there one? Does anybody want to come to the front of the room? Do anybody want to come to the Lord today from Dallas? Come on, man. But I used to love when the pastor said, "Is there one?"
Hey,
Man.
you know what's so funny? I'm curious.
Oh, that's right. Corey
As
from
to
H-Town.
how many people in DFW of the basketball influencers, how many of y'all actually gave Argyle ink or marketing props or tweets before the playoffs started?
Say that again, Jumbo.
How many of the people in DFW, right, of the basketball influencers, provided either some ink, meaning that you wrote about them in your reports, you talked about them publicly on your platform, or you tweeted about them on social media before the playoffs started? I'm really curious. I'm really curious. For example, Argyle, in case you want to know, is right in between Dallas and Fort Worth. You got to right in between them.
Okay.
How many times on this show, Beaumont is not in Houston, but how many times you heard us talk about Beaumont United on this show?
All the time.
That's what I'm saying. So this ain't just we just hopped on the wagon.
Hold up, Jimmy. Jimmy, somebody just texted me. I can't cheer for Argyle. Hell no. And I ain't going to tell you, hell no. I changed my mind. The doors of the church is still open, but I can't cheer for Argyle.
Why was you going to cheer for Argyle anyway?
Because I was trying to side with my man, Landon. Landon is my man on the chop shop. So he want anybody against Huffman. I can't cheer against her. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to cheer for neither one of those teams. I'm just telling this Robert Hatter, I'm not doing it. And Jimmy, let me tell you something, man. See, I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about Dallas undercover. I live in Houston, but I got a little couple of things going on in Dallas that I just ain't told nobody about. Jimmy, check this out. Check this out. It's going to pop up on the screen in a minute. It's tabulating right now. Don't blame me. Blame it to Jimmy. What y'all said? Charge it to my heart, not my head, Jimmy. Jimmy, charge it to my heart, not my head, Jimmy. Hey.
That must be Walter Yates caught.
That's me yesterday, y'all. Let me give y'all a good look at it. Let me get y'all a good look at the video. Keep talking, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, I told you my daughter and my sister love the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, that's the wrong one. I got another. I got another picture. Y'all. Yeah. See, Dallas, I'm not a fan. I'm just riding on the golf cart, Mindy. You know what? Mindy's so messy, man. You see how she do me, Jimmy? Mindy said, I thought I was, you thought I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm just riding around on the golf cart, Mindy. Mindy, somebody gave it. Mindy, somebody brought that out there for me to use. Said, Mr. Hatter, would you ride this? What I supposed to say, Jimmy? Well, hold on. Let me show you how it look from the side. Let me show you how it look. It's popping up. No, Mindy. I mean, Mindy. Hey, Kevin Freeman. Come on, y'all can't get mad at me for that. Oh. Sonya said that card is not cute. Sonya, but it was a gift, Sonya, to me. So, okay, I got a question. Mindy and Sonya, this for y'all. I got a question. What I supposed to do? Take it down. I'm on about the 14th hole, and somebody called, said, Mr. Hatter, they bringing you a gift. I said, okay. And I'm waiting, and they pull up with it was free. Mindy, it was a gift. What I supposed to say? I'm just asking for a friend. Hey, Jimmy, somebody pull that thing over to your house and wait outside that gate before they can get in. What you gonna tell them? You can't bring it in there? But Jimmy, you can ride around the neighborhood on this. You gonna say, no. I'm riding.
I won't.
King Gamble. I'm riding, baby. I'm gonna go get King Gamble. I got somebody to ride with me. I'm gonna go get King Gamble. Who else gonna ride with me? Who else gonna ride with me? Hey, come on, y'all. Let me see who else going with me. Dr. John Newsom, he ride with me. No, Jay, I'm not an undercover cowboy. I mean, they gave it to me. Oh, I'm coming get Mindy. I'm coming get Mindy's husband. Hey, me and Mr. Collins go ride. Yeah, I got you. Hey, soon as I get both of these shots, tell Mr. Collins I'm coming to get it. Jay, quit shaking your head, man. Finish the show off. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, man, it is definitely time. I got to get on in and get back to working. Of course, the spring icebreaker, guys. You know it. The schedule. I'm going to drop that schedule as I always do on Sunday. So the schedule dropped down on Sunday. I got everything finally have it formatted. I started just putting together these showcase matchups. Then I drop them into the load. I want to let you know all showcase games, whether it be 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, all showcase games will be played at either C.E. King High School. They have 3 courts, or Knoll Middle School. Knoll Middle School is where we held the middle school championship. Now they have a great facility for a middle school. And so if you play in showcase division, then you know what that's what either all of your games will be at one or the other. They're both a half mile apart from each other, maybe a mile at the most, from C. King High School to Knoll Middle School. And that would be on March the 19th through the 21st. If you want to know, we'll have more details to be coming. But once again, the schedule will drop on Sunday after the state tournament. I don't like to take attention away from the state tournament. And there might be some of these kids that might shine a little bit over the weekend. And now I might say, okay, let's see, we might want to put them against each other the following week. So we want to see how this go before I drop it all. But once again, that spring icebreaker is going to be off the chain. We got a lot of guys coming in town. A lot of coverage is going to be available for players. We still have but some slots opened up last night.
What division?
And here's what we got. We have one spot for a 10th grade team in the tournament division. The winner gets $1,000.
Okay.
We have one spot for an 8th grade team. We have 39 teams in the tournament.
Okay.
There's no showcase from 8th grade and below.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
We have one spot left in the 8th grade division.
Okay.
We have one spot left in the 7th and the 5th grade division. So you got one 10th grade, one 7th grade, one 8th grade, one 5th grade. And I haven't checked my email. Those are 4 slots that are open. Each winner is getting $1,000. And I'll tell you, I'll leave you guys with 2 things I told Coach. It's be funny as hell. One is, one guy asked me, man, so what happened? So y'all ain't giving no medals and nothing. I say, Coach, I'm giving you. Do you know how much the medals cost? He said, man, they cost a couple. I said, trust me, Coach. The medals cost about $3 a piece for the medals, right? The plaque costs about $40-$50. You want a good trophy, you pay up to $70-$80. Up to you, depending on what kind you want. At the most, I'm giving you $1,000 to go and order. You can order a trophy and medals and get each kid named, inscribed on the damn things for an extra 25 cents per, and still go home with $900 in your pocket. So think about what you're asking for.
Come on,
Think
Coach.
about, some people asking, so you would rather play for medals than to play for $1,000. Then you'll say, well, man, like say my 5th grade division. How we only in the 5th grade division, it ain't like the 10th, the 9th, 8th grade division.
Right.
8th grade we have 39 teams. We're going to take 40.
Okay.
Right. In the 7th grade, we have 23 teams. We're going to take 24.
Right.
So in the 5th grade, we have 13. We'll take 14.
Okay.
Well, the less teams means the odds are better for you to win. What the hell y'all learn math from? Think about it. The lesser teams, meaning the better the chances are for you to win. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking at the 7th grade division. Adam, look, you see that? The top 2 teams, it's already slotted. The top 2 teams go to the bracket. So you can lose in pool play and still go and win the bracket and win the money. I made it so good to where it's almost where you can't. Remember, I'm a scheduling guru, self-proclaimed, that is. But before it's about, guys, telling you,
you're a problem solver. That's what's on your Twitter. But dude, this gonna be. Come on, so I need a 7th grade. I need an 8th grade, and I need a 5th grade team.
10th grade, 8th grade, 10th, 8th, 7th, and 5th. And Olga say, how many teams are in the 15 and under division? That's the 9th grade, right?
Uh-huh.
Olga, in the 9th grade, here you go. In the 9th grade, what did it say?
I can't see all that, man.
Oh, you can't. Now you can. Oh, no. I got to put it like that.
Oh, 9th grade tourney, 40 teams. 40.
You see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
40 teams.
Yeah.
40 teams.
Yeah.
So there you go. You guys see it. Remember, we had nearly 400 teams easy. So now we see on 332. Easy.
I just want to know where all my people with the kids at. Where the people with all the kids at, man? Y'all come on. All of these, we got 5 million people in this city. Let's go get that before Sunday. So we got how many days? We got a day. We got 2 days before you hook it up.
Wouldn't schedule now. They got it. Whoever get it.
Okay. All right.
And so that pretty much wrap it up. Of course, the icebreaker, you guys can send me an email. Get in touch with me, rcs@usa.com. rcs@usa.com. That's the email address if you are interested in taking one of those open slots. 10th grade, 8th grade, 7th grade, and 5th grade. One slot open for the team that gets it. If you say you heard this on the Chop Shop, then I will apply a special discount unto your entry fee. If you say, I'm talking about for a team that's not entered already.
Okay.
For a team that's not entered already, and you want one of these last slots, and you say you heard it on the Chop, just say the word Chop, heard it on the Chop Shop, you will get a good discount off your rate to feel like the last slot. That's how we're gonna rock then. Now it has an incentive. So anyway, guys, it is about time to land the plane for today and this week. We had a special guest going to join us today, but then I had all those meetings and stuff to deal with in the icebreaker. We're going to push that meeting to Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be a great conversation. We have had one. He was on a couple of months ago, but he called and wanted to come back, and because he heard us talking about. We was talking to one of the coaches the other week, and he posted a list of the top black assistants, like a watch list. And I can't remember who. I don't remember who we had on at that time.
Yeah.
But that got back to him. He's like, "Oh man, y'all talking about He's the creator of that list, the author of that list, and that is and the grassroots influencer for decades. And that's Gary Charles.
Okay,
is coming back. He called me today. What time I come on? I said, Gary, man, I ain't no way I can get you on the day. I mean, I barely can't get myself on today. So we'll do it on Tuesday. He's joining us on Tuesday. Gary Charles. So brace yourselves for that convo. Meanwhile, we come back on Monday. What we gonna have on Monday? Hold on. I got something before we go out. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna have.
All right. What we gonna have? Let me get him off. Oh. Let me get him off till he get back. Thank you. You back? Okay. There you go. What you got there, man? Let me see what you got, man. A UIL ball, okay.
You know who gets this?
Side Creek in Beaumont United.
The team that win the state championship get this. You don't get this unless you win the state championship. That's a state. You can't buy these, Hal. You got to win a state championship to get this. So I'm gonna go on and write Beaumont United. I need to write United and Side Creek. Congrats, Beaumont United. Congrats, Side Creek. I'm gonna write that on in a minute. DFW taking all bets. Guess what? You know what? And I am rooting for Duncanville. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
That's my nephew Kevin Woods.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Woods, he can get his third ring. Remember, Duncanville did not acknowledge their championship from last year that wasn't played. Remember, UIL told all teams they all retain the right to declare themselves as state champions. All 4 teams from the 5A and the 4A. I mean the 6A. Duncanville they declined to do so. Self-imposed, said no. We're gonna double down and put that down, double and leave it on the table. If we win this year, then we will declare ourselves as 3 peats. It would be
all right. I remember Coach said that. I remember that.
So I'm rooting for Kevin Woods because remember, think about if you didn't have patience with the process, and this young man was the head coach at Summer Creek. Those seniors at Summer Creek who took a Atascocita to the wire. Remember now, that Summer Creek team had Javon Jackson on the team.
That's right.
Kevin Woods is the guy that lured a lot of those kids or kept them from
going elsewhere,
exploring other schools as 9th grade.
Right.
He came from North Forest.
That's right.
High school, he was head coach. And at North Forest, to this day, do you realize that Jack Yates High School has not lost a district game to any school in 4 years since they lost to Kevin Woods at North Forest High School?
But Yates went back because I went up to Sam Houston and Yates spanked them up there in Sam Houston to go to the state though.
Well, to go to the regional.
The regional, yeah.
Yeah, the state. I'm sorry. They were at regional to go to state. But understand something.
But he won. He won the game.
They were playing with house money.
Right.
At the time. If Kevin Woods, as an assistant coach at Duncanville, remember, that would be 3 state runs in a row with an asterisk going on the second one. He deserves to go to the front of the list for any head coaching job that becomes available in the state of in any of the metropolitan areas, whether it be DFW or Houston. Those are where his ties are. Bar none. And that's the whole thing. We spoke it into existence with Coach Terrence T.J. Johnson.
Yes, sir.
They've hired him full time.
Yes.
He's the head coach now at Texas State. Shout out to that. Guess what? Listen, it's just knowing when and where to bark at. That's all. Knowing which car to bark at. That's the good dog. Certain dog, you understand? Good dog know which cars to bark at. A bad dog will run his ass out in the middle of the street and get ran over.
Jimmy, now that you're saying that, are there any openings here for head coach? I see there's an opening for a football coach because Hightower's football coach that left and went to Dallas. Hightower's football coach, head football coach. Yeah.
There's openings in basketball.
It is.
And it will be an opening. See, a lot of coaches are going to get mulligans because of the COVID.
Okay. I got you.
But there are opening or two. Just understand something. And Kevin Gamble said he's not leaving. Kevin Gamble, let me tell you something. Money make most move. Remember that. 3 M's. Money make most move.
That's four, Jim.
Yeah,
I got you, baby. I got you. You tricked me. You tricked me. You were trying to trick me.
You just made it up. It ain't like I bit that from somebody else. I just made it up and rolled with it.
But money will move you. Hey, money will move you. That's what he's telling you, ass. But and Jimmy, and being a head coach, you guys want to be a head coach.
No, understand. Kevin Wood's mother lives in Houston.
Say no more.
Kevin Wood's mother, they're from Lakewood, which is right on the backside of Rosewood. Kevin Woods went to Smiley High School, played for the retired Joe Price.
Yeah.
Kevin Woods, listen. Kevin Woods' daddy living in Houston.
Okay.
Him and his dad, they've reignited their relationship in recent years.
That's awesome, man.
So now Kevin Woods has his son, who he just recently won custody of. It's awesome because his son was living in California. Okay. Now you get to raise his boy. His boy get to see his grandmama every other week if he come to Houston. That means, but you got to travel 2-3 hours each way.
Right. That's all right.
If you had an opportunity to go back and coach in Houston and be able to see your mama every day or every 2 days instead of once every 2 weeks, what would you rather do? Come on now. Some things, remember, and that.
What time Saquee come on? The girl.
I think it's a 7 or 8 o'clock tonight.
It's later. Okay. All right.
It's 7 or 8 o'clock tonight.
All right.
Anyway, guys, make sure you check it out. Check your listings on that. It may be televised. I know the Duncanville, the 6A, but nowadays, guys, you can watch everything on live stream. You just go to UIL website and check it out. And it's going to be
UIL. You can watch it on UIL.
Yeah, you can watch them all, man. Live stream. And it says 7 o'clock. That was Doug and Kenneth Gamble, Jessica Brooks, Kevin Freeman. 7 o'clock tonight. So that's the championship game, as will be on every night. So 7 o'clock Friday night is Beaumont United. 7 o'clock on Saturday, I think is the Austin Westlake and Duncanville finale. The Huffman and Argyle will be Saturday at 2 o'clock.
I'm not watching.
In case you were wondering about that. Huffman, hey man, great story. As far as that little town, they rocking North. Guess what? They have a chance to thumbnail themselves into history within 48 hours. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, time to go watch some college basketball.
I'm watching Baylor right now
on the schedule. See you guys, man, on Monday. We up out here, man. Robert Haller, Jim Hicks. Hey, man, what a weekend. It's going down, man. I'll see you guys, man. You guys be safe out there. Hey, got to get my second shot in the morning, baby, before I hit that airport. That's what I'm doing. See, Haller, you still can get that stuff. You got that first one. I'm about to go get that second one. I'm going to be part of the CDC. The CDC recommendations going to encompass me in a minute. And they say you ain't got to do nothing. If you got that second shot after so many days after getting it, I'm good.
That's all right. A 28. I ain't gonna tell where y'all. Hey, after the 28, y'all gonna be saying, "Where's Hatter?"
You still walking around, and you are what do you say? An incubation of infection.
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
Boy,
that's what you are right now. Anyway,
I was staying home though. But all right, we'll see y'all later. Chop shop.
All right.
We out of here. All right.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live